back in the backfield, and he has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the move, it's Davis. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to move it through the air. He'll pull it down. And that ball is live in the backfield. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play-action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Off play action. Now he's going to break the pocket. Fires into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Field goal is good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the 1st down. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time, Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Trying play action. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, we're only in the first quarter, but already this defense is making their presence felt. We've seen time and time again their ability to rush the passer and get hits on this QB. His toughness is going to get tested.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. It's caught downfield. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. The Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for a huge play. Pass on the way, it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
He has shown you why he's so versatile as a strong safety. This is a guy that we've seen come down to the box, support the run. He can tackle out in space, but he's also really good on the back end in coverage. That time in the cover two look, doing a great job with his eyes. And he also shows you off the ball skills, making that pick.
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. He'll take another shot here. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. All down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wideout in motion. Wants to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And it's no good. He missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They're going to ride this running back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Brings up second down.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Oregon!
Touchdown.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, you know, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by 7 over Oklahoma. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Snags it quickly on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. The play action fake. Showing the arm strength to the left. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
On first down, here comes this offense. Pressure coming. Slips a tackle. He'll pull it down and run. Open space at the 25. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He finds his man. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Ducks. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass.
Set to kick it off.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
4th down.
On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
A lot of people in the stadium are questioning why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field at this point of the game, but the gamble paid off.
Quarterback moving. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Zings it complete to the right.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Quarterback will audible. The give to the back. Showing off the arms. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
He'll fire to his right. Touchdown, Florida State! A great catch and run for 6. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution on running and throwing the football? Wow.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. What a nice throw there, just carving up the defense. You make these types of passes downfield, and it reminds me of Justin Herbert just carving up Arizona State for nearly 5 bills.
Yeah, just making big plays in the passing game. This offense is built on the run. It always has been. It always will be. That's what the Ducks hang their hat on, but making those explosive plays down the field when the defense slips up and loses a little bit of eye discipline.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He leaves it with the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. The Ducks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Oregon.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. So an 82-yard drive there. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and flying down the left side. Past the 50. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Going up top on 1st down. Buys a little extra time. Fires on the move. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
As a defender, you use the sideline as the 12th man. That's another guy. You know the play stops there. He can't make a catch. Great job by the wide receiver, fighting for his space, catching the ball, and staying in bounds.
He's going to take off. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, for this defense now, being good against the pass is not just going to be in the back end covering people. It's going to be trying to contain this guy at the quarterback position. He is lethal, especially when things go off script. And you saw it on that one. 1st down, they dial up the pass.
Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Noles.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. Got a little room. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Ducks. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Looking to pass on second down. Using his feet to buy time. On the run, fires downfield. He's loose. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Quarterback checking the play. He'll come out throwing on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
He wants to pass it on second down. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
On third down, he drops to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Bringing it back. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
One more snap coming before halftime. He's looking to throw it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 15. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. Looking for a productive play on first down. Trying to set the tone with the run. On the move at the 30. Can anyone catch him? At the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Oregon! And the route is on. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
38, Florida State, 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. This time he's got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Quarterback checking off. Wants to go up top. Now adjusting. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. 17.
The third down offense has not been good, and add this one to the tab. Another third down stop. They give up the sack. They're down by 3+ possessions. Nothing going this offense's way.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block, and he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there is absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's his fourth interception of the night. Takes it the other way. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And, David, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to.
Brings it in down the left side. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown Seminoles. What a catch and run for 6.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. The receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll ride the hot hand. At the 45, on his way. He's into the open down the middle. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And the pummeling has started.
And after starting the season 0-1, they knew they needed more from their offense in this game. You just had to find ways to make more explosive plays, and that's what they've been able to do. They've executed at a tremendous level. I really like the quarterback play and the leadership that he's showing. And because of that, they look like they're going to get back to 500. And let's see where this team can go.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Back to the ground game on the left. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. At the 40, there he goes. A tremendous run. He was 4-4 after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the left.
Feeling some heat. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that.
A shot toward the end zone. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll leave it with him. Tackle is made after the first down.
He's brought down at the 20. And first down for the offense. That's the end of the third quarter. Oregon 52, Florida State.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. The back goes in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Flips it out in the flat. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Looking for a deep man. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. He leaves it with his back. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Trying to get to it. They're trying to get to it. And the defense is there to stop him short of the 1st down.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the 1st down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon. But usually when you take off, you better know you're going to...
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. You can't win by enough. Gotta look.
He wants to go deep. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over. And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going.
And he's running in the open. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
Looking to take a shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to